Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest rally trapping video. Today I'll be showcasing some fails across my traps and some of my guildmates traps as well. I have saved these up for a little bit, so they're a little bit older clips, but again, that's what happens when you have one fail once in a while. It takes a while to actually make a full video worth of them. So again, that's what's going on today. The first couple of clips, again, is just going to be me kind of misclicking and stuff. And you get to see me actually mess up in my trapping because most of the time I'm actually pretty good. I get my swaps off, all that stuff. But there is that once in a while where you misclick, you fat finger the thing or whatever, and you just mess up your trapping. And that's what we're going to watch out for today. It's not the worst thing in the world because, again, I didn't mess up against max accounts. I just messed up against pretty good accounts. So, again, the first rally lead here is going to be from SA. He is a really good rally lead, not a max account. 118 castle stars, decent amount of artifacts, full mythic gear with mythic champ in there, I believe, as well. So it is a good rally lead. Don't get me wrong with that. It's just not a maxed account with like 180 artifact or 180 castle stars and like 660 artifact stars. It's not one of those accounts. So again, if you're going to fail against anyone, don't want to fail against a max account. So this guy is going to hurt, but it's not the worst fail ever. So I do have a double set on me at this point. SGR, I don't believe, is an ally of SA. If they are, they did not set a timed double, and there was no timer on this, so SA will be hitting first, and then SGR will be going after that. Usually when I'm rally trapping and there's like a double or something like this, I will ask for a garrison. Usually what I want is a mix tier 2 garrison with like heroes and familiars. It's basically just to take out as much fodder as possible. I don't really want tier 4 because if they do end up blackwinging me for whatever reason, they lose their tier 4, especially don't want tier 5. And the last thing I want is a leadered garrison because I don't want the rally to bounce because I want to cap the rally. So if you're ever reinforcing me, don't send a leadered garrison. I do not want you to like ruin my trapping and then have the rally bounce, me throw my gear on, and they just don't rally me again and we don't have a capped leader. So anyways, they're just going to be retesting my front line, seeing if I have swapped or not, which I have not. I will be swapping last second if I do. Again, I have a garrison, it doesn't really matter, so I will be swapping now to infantry. They tested me in range, so I'm assuming infantry's coming, but I didn't think they would send cav. So anyways, I threw my war gear on, I clicked on the wood. At this point, I just kind of gave up, so I wasn't going to be able to check the watchtower and swap my thing after that. I knew that, and I was just like, just kind of acted defeated there. So it is much easier to counter rallies if you just stay in your castle and you click on the watchtower inside your castle. A lot less chance of actually misclicking, but it doesn't make for a very good video if I'm just sitting in my castle recording myself looking at the inside of my castle. People don't want to see that, I'm pretty sure, so it's better if I'm out here to get to see the action, but there is always the chance I will misclick, hit one of the wood or the whatever resource things beside it, fat finger it, and mess up, and that's what happened here. Unfortunately, because of that, the other rally also canceled because they saw my gear, didn't want to go in for it, so I was just like, yeah. It's not that I couldn't click on the watchtower, it's more that I messed up and clicked on the wrong thing, and then by the time I clicked on the watchtower to counter, it was too late. You got to be faster than that. You can't just do that. So as soon as I misclicked, it was over. But thankfully, it was infantry on infantry. I did bait an infantry blast, so that's what I was hoping. All I knew is they weren't going to send cav into range, or at least I didn't think they would send cav into range. Yeah, you can see his gear is pretty good. Does have some mythic champ, a couple pieces, 3 pieces in there, 3 mythic cups, some tempering done. He's got 320 artifact stars. So yeah, thankfully he didn't counter me because that would have hurt quite a bit. Because again, like I said, he's not a maxed account, but he's still a really good rally lead, and you would not want to get countered by this guy because he is I would say a top tier rally lead, just not kind of the maxed account. So anyways, let's move on to the next fail. So this one was a little bit worse. You'll see that a little bit later. This was from QBC Davy Jones. So QBC Davy Jones is going to be the rally lead. This guy is not quite as strong as the previous rally lead. has quite a bit less artifact stars and castle stars. Again, you can see he's just testing my front line here. So same thing, I'm just going to bait a certain formation and then switch to something else. Usually I switch to like just a neutral thing, just so in case they do bamboozle me, that kind of happens. So if, let's say, if I'm sitting in range, I probably will switch to infantry, because the chances of them sending a cav blast into a range frontline test is quite low, and honestly, it doesn't happen very often, but it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. So in this one, I think I was quite tired during this one. If I remember back, I remember being really tired and just like very slow, and it wasn't the best time to be trapping, but it happens sometimes. So anyways, it looks like Davy Jones is going to be coming in. I do have full reinforcements. Yeah, so we'll see how this one goes. If everything I mean, normally everything would go perfectly. I'd counter it. Everything would be okay. That's kind of it. I think I throw my war gear on early right now because I wasn't sure if they're going to carpet or not. I did switch to infantry because, again, just in case they send infantry, I'm in the right position, or if they send like a bamboozle and they send range or something, I'm doing okay. The last thing I expected was them to send a cav one, and I did misclick like 5 times here trying to click the watchtower. So again, it happens. I even tried to port at one point. I was just like, whatever. I can't click on anything. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Anyways, so they did end up sending cavs. So I was like, yeah, I didn't think they would do that. So this is the one time where they decided to send cav into a range-tested frontline, and I just didn't expect that. Because honestly, if anything, I thought they would assume if I was online, I would swap to what counters the test I was trying to get them send, like cav. So I assumed they might send range to counter, because they might think I switched to cav foul. But they decided to send cav into a tested range frontline, and if I was offline, they would have full countered themselves. But because I was online, I ended up full countering myself, and yeah, I ended up misclicking like 50 times on here. Thankfully, it wasn't a max account. He only did around 5 million damage, which is honestly not bad for a counter nowadays. Keep in mind, my comp was a little bit lower at the time, so it did hurt a little bit more. Yeah, and my gear is obviously much better right now as well. I have upgraded pretty much half the gear at this point, because I have 2 Mythic champ pieces now, and my cup is now Mythic as well. So anyway, so we did end up rallying one of the people who joined the rally, so we are going to get a little bit of a payback here. So again, I don't believe this guy really has many troops, and he was actually trying to take it, so he didn't make us use any carpets. I'm not sure what was going on there, but pretty much all those were his troops, and he literally had like 3 million troops in his castle. So, again, we got a little payback there, but I think I even lost more troops than he did, which is kind of funny. I mean, Sanctuary and stuff, but still, I think I might have lost more troops than that guy even did, even though he couldn't take a rally, because he only had like 3 million and I lost 5. So anyways, we're going to move on to the next clip here. So again, unfortunately, I think Gwenzies was actually offline for this one. So it's kind of a fail, kind of not, because again, they weren't even online, so you can't really call it a fail if they're not online, but it was. I was recording and all that, so I threw it in the video. Unfortunately, yeah, they ended up sending, it was cav into their range, it looks like. So again, this was another one of them where I believe they tested the front line, decided to go cav into the range for whatever reason, I'm not sure. And but this time they full countered themselves. Thankfully, Gwenzies didn't really take much damage because didn't really have to do much. So it's sort of a fail, sort of a win at the same time, because countering them while you're offline is a pretty good skill. But unfortunately, they're in their construction gear and didn't get any of that. This guy does have a 11k hero, though. He is quite strong. Actually, sorry, that's the guy who's rallying me right now. Sorry, I was also getting rallied, because again, I joined the rally to reinforce our guildmate, and a lot of times I do this just to, like, I mean, obviously want to save the guildmate, but I'm trying to trap at the same time. This guy saw I was in Fury because I joined. He's got lower artifact stars, but he does have an 11k hero, so obviously put most of the money in before artifacts came out. So I was just going to sit here and actually take it. I was thinking of porting away and jumping to like a corner, but I was like, oh, there's a better chance they might cancel if I do that. But if I do run, it does make it look like I am like more scared. So I wasn't really sure what to do at this point, because I have ported to the corner in this situation before and they just canceled the rally. So there's that, but if I stay here, it looks like I'm trying to take the rally and I'm not scared. So I don't know. It's kind of a juggle between the two. So there's about 22 seconds left before the rally comes. They have reset on Gwenzies as well. And then they decided to cancel the rally. So I was like, okay. And Gwenzies did get on for the second rally, which was nice. So was able to shield. Honestly, probably could have just put the war gear on and capped the rally. That's what I would have did. But it looks like WH Zui decided to go for a Bew Star instead, which was next to him at this point. I'm not sure if Bew was in Fury and they decided to rally him. I'm not sure why they're rallying him, or he was just acting offline, but he is online, by the way, so we will be trying to take the rally. Here comes the rally coming in. It looks like an infantry rally from his gear. Bew Star's gear is not the best, it looks like, and unfortunately, I believe he got full countered, yes. So, again, another fail here, did not get the swap off, and was, unfortunately, took the full counter, because, yeah, full counters just hurt nowadays. It doesn't really matter your comp or anything like that. If you're getting full countered by a decent lead, it's just going to hurt. Like, I don't know, like 5 mil, not too bad. I've seen some way worse ones. I've taken some way worse hits. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the fail video today. Unfortunately, I won't have another one of these for a long time because I don't have any fail clips saved up anymore. This is kind of the last one I had. All the other ones would just be me just normal trapping and full countering everyone pretty much for the next couple of videos. By the way, if you guys want to see those videos, let me know in the comments down below. Also, since I will be upgrading my trap a little bit more, I have put these comments out in the the community tab. What gear piece I should be going for next, and I believe I'm going to be going for a gold champion accessory and then trying to get another mythic cup if possible. Everything else is pretty good. Also working on counter on the account, and that's pretty much it. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.